Oh, there we go. For some reason, my audio wasn't working, so me. Okay, so while you guys couldn't hear me, what I was talking about is hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. This week they just came out with week 2 of Blitz Royale, which is the Avatar Returns, and so I thought we would play a few rounds of that, and then also go back to the normal ranked 0 build to see how high in the rank we can get. And to kind of go with the Avatar theme, I don't have one of the paid skins, but a few seasons ago, or maybe this was more last year, they did have, I believe it was Korra. Um, I got right here. And she does have a few different styles. She has her regular and then her balanced. I personally like the balanced one. I just kind of like that cartoon effect that it has. And then I believe her back bling was the different elements. Yeah, right here. Oop. Go the avatar cycle. And pickaxe. I don't remember. Oh, she had these bicycle ones, which are also pretty sweet. The glider, of course, we have the Chorus Air Glider. I do like using this as a build if to be a little bit more stealthy because it is a little bit quieter. My initial skin. Oh, hi ZB Dark. Doing good. How are you? Sorry, I'm getting used to the whole streaming aspect. I'm trying to have one of the chats up on the top so I can see that, but I'm doing good. Hope all is well. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, so we have Cora's Air Glider. I use this for more stealth. The one I had when I first started Fortnite was this wintry early gig. I enjoy this one, besides the sound that it makes, but it does give you a little bit more of a zoomed out view when you're gliding, and I'll have to show that later. And actually, I'm going to change this. I don't remember if she had her own, but I'm just going to do none. Actually, we'll just do a little glow for that one. We're going to save this. Oop, not that one. We're going to save character. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate that. I appreciate any feedback, honestly. But does the audio sound too low with the mic? Okay, I will adjust that real quick. Thank you for that. And if needed, I'll adjust that on the next stream because I'm still getting used to OBS and a few other of the softwares. So, but I definitely appreciate that feedback. Oh, let me. Hopefully that's better. Sweet, thank you, appreciate it. Let's make sure I saved. Oh, I did not. New. I'll do Avatar right now. Okay. But yeah, let's get started. Perfect. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate that. But yeah, I've been enjoying the Blitz Royale. It's kind of a fun game mode, a little bit more fast paced. I was trying to do. I found out there was a competition in Fortnite that happened between 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for the new. What's it called? What was it called? The Squid Games. I will be playing ranked this next round. Just wanted to play one quick round of this blitz for the avatar theme, but then yeah, we'll switch back to ranked on that. Um, yeah, blitz is a lot of fun. I personally don't like to be right where everybody's at, so I still try to find a good spot to hide and then kind of get into some fights here and there, just with my play style. But nice. Yeah, so we're gonna. I do like how you get like water bending and a few of the other abilities, but I want my main goal for um, the weapons. I do like the silence pistols. And to answer your question, I did try to do one for YouTube for vertical stream. I may try to set it up for TikTok as well. But yeah, I do have one set up right now for vertical, but I just gotta make sure it's running. Let's actually drink this. Oh, we got the shotgun already. Let's make sure. And okay, I will get that moved in just a moment. Is there a preference to which corner of the screen would be best? Again, open to any feedback. Switched. So here, we'll do this. I'm going to one upper right. Okay. I will definitely move that. Let me. Oh, that's the pistol we want. Okay, we're in a good spot. Let me adjust that real quick. Let's see. Meet. Let's see. Okay. I'll have to adjust that after this game. Let me. Some people fighting right there. Oh. Hey, I'll take fifth. And ZB Dark, I do appreciate all the feedback. And then for the chat, do you think more on the left side or still on the right side? Go back to the lobby real quick to adjust these settings. Let me that. Then we'd find those chat. bit bigger. Again, appreciate the feedback. Like I said, I'm new to streaming. I was talking with some coworkers who also do streaming, and they said just have fun, enjoy. I mean, I always play games each night, and so I thought, hey, why not try streaming and have fun with it? But let's actually get this pulled up. After that little warm up, let's do some ranked. As you see right now, we're Platinum 1. I've never gotten to Unreal. I think the highest was either Diamond or maybe Elite, but yeah, just here to have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Controller is a little bit harder. The only time I really do controller is with the racing, but I honestly don't have good aim with controller. I have tried when I played on our daughter's Switch, and it's fun at times, but I'm not good with the aiming aspect. But I definitely will try. I do have, yes, in my opinion, I have a hard time with controller, but I have gotten some good clutches with helping my daughter when she plays with her cousins. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Eddie the Yeti. But yeah, controller is, yeah, for whatever reason, and yeah, just for me with the action aspects of the games, it's just a lot harder with controller. But with racing, I'm all for controller. I get some good drifting in. But yeah, I can only do keyboard and mouse, and even for my keyboard, it's an ergonomic keyboard. I'll see if I can put it on this camera, but it's this ergonomic one. But it's pretty great. But yeah, it's similar to what we've done in other matches. I either go on one of these sides, so over by the first order base, there's kind of like a fishing spot, or by the resistance base. I think this round I'm gonna go to the first order one. Let me adjust that. See while we do this. So I mentioned this tip in another video, but if you hold your forward key and the M key, or the M for map for me, you can auto run or auto fly. But let me adjust that camera, and hopefully this will help. There's camera down. Oh, I think I know. Let me adjust. Let me unlock. Yeah, I'll have to. I think what I did on the the landscape stream is I cropped my video. I'll get that adjusted. I'll have to figure out which setting I changed. Let me see if I can adjust. That's Alt Shift. Nope. Yeah, let me make that a little bit better. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Let me go back here. And when I play, yes, the stream should be the same for YouTube. I have it streamed to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. From what I saw in my browser, it did look like it was the same. But if you do notice any differences, just let me know. I'll try to, and I like to kind of watch through previous streams just to kind of make sure everything's working properly. And yeah. But like I've done in other streams and just other gameplay that I've done with Fortnite and ranked or just any other zero build type map. Okay, good to know. I will figure out the graphics, especially now that actually this week I upgraded the RAM in my computer. I may be able to use OBS to stream higher quality to YouTube. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that feedback. Yeah, I will definitely do. I on my OBS software, and I'll have to see if I can share that screen. I do have a vertical stream going for YouTube, but if it's not working, that's something I'll have to figure out. Because it did on YouTube, it told me I could use different stream keys to do multiple switches or multiple streams. Sorry, but I'll have to get that figured out. So we'll get some shield real quick. I'll have to check it out. A capture card. I haven't looked into those very much. Switch that. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I appreciate. Again, any feedback is appreciated. As I'm very new to streaming. But yeah, thanks for any feedback. But yeah, we're gonna kind of go with our normal strat of fishing. I used to run a full like loadout of just fish, and you get XP for fishing too. So if nobody else has fished in the match, you do get that bonus of 500 XP. And ideally, you want to get the larger fish. They give you more health. I do have to pay attention, make sure I don't, of course, die in storm like these. So those, let me heal up real quick. So the floppers give you a good amount of health. I believe the small fry almost act like the small bandages in terms of health. And if you need to keep track of your storm damage, you can go into the accolades. Let me fix this. Sorry. I have my game in windowed mode, so that up. But you can come over here to the umbrella, and it'll tell you how much damage you have. Once you hit 500, you get storm damage or storm sickness. And for ZB Dark, right now I've only done streaming and then I save the videos, but I will definitely look into either the capture card to then post videos on TikTok, or not on TikTok, but just more short form content. But yeah, definitely appreciate that idea. Let's do. I'm gonna make sure we can actually get out of storm. If you fish in those little circle spots, you can sometimes get guns and other things. There's also shield fish. we want to try to get at least a stack of 4 of the floppers. And that'll at least help replace the small bandages. And then we're going to replace the fishing pole with the large med kit. And then make our way out of the storm. Okay, we're going to heal up. We have to use these now. I will say it's nice having the fish as a healing option because you can heal a lot quicker with the fish versus the med kit. Yeah, I mean the fishing strat is pretty good. The one that kind of inspired me for that one was the Bush Camp Dad. Saw some of his streams on YouTube, and then me and one of my brother-in-laws, we tried that for a few ranked matches, again a few seasons ago, but it did work out pretty good to at least get closer to the top 10 of each round. But I'm not sure if he plays controller. I haven't. I'll have to check out and see. We're gonna switch this really quick. But yeah, if you have that, the cheerleader things, you can switch into this monster. It does look like the running does eat up a lot of its stamina, but I'm just gonna try to get out of storm. And to get out, I'm just gonna hold down the exit and get out of that. Sweet, good to know. Yeah, I'll have to definitely check out and play around with the controller. Just a little bit harder for me sometimes with for certain gameplay and everything, but and I do agree with the slower and precise. I do remember a few instances where when they used to have snipers in the game, you could kind of fine tune where you were aiming at, and so I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that precision. It does feel, especially with me playing on a PC, if depending on the situation, and that's how I feel with like the racing modes. I do feel like I'm cheating a little bit with the drifting and just some more of those finer tuned mechanics that you can have. I'm actually gonna get out because of storm sickness. Let's see. Someone's refueling their vehicle right there, so I'm gonna try to avoid them. Ideally, oh. And that is true. I do think the when I played on at least a Switch with the controller versus the computer, it does have a little bit of a different aim kind of system. Kind of like what you're mentioning, where you feel like you're like almost cheating when you're using a controller, because it has that kind of where it fine tunes and yeah, the aim assist. Yeah, I do agree with that. Where was that? Oh, okay, there's a few cars which we might grab. I do want to see what's purple over here. Nope. I'm going to switch. Okay, we are going to that. And hopefully they didn't grab. Yeah, they didn't. So we're good. Storm's moving in, so I'm just make my way. That's good to know with lack of FPS. Do you know about how much FPS you would get on a console versus PC? I know, just as a little statement, I only have my computer running on um, I think it's 60 FPS. Um, okay, I'll have to check that out. Let me. Yeah, that's a good point. I did just increase um, my graphic settings on Fortnite to medium, just since I got a little bit more RAM. But generally, yeah, I usually play on the lower the performance options, just so I can get to a good FPS. But so far today, this has been running pretty good from what I can tell. But let's ping. Try to go that way. And it is nice to, if you're able to get to it, the I don't know what they call it, but it's like the storm warning radar building things, so you can detect the future storms. That always does help. Um, let's see what they got. Switch that. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's see if the oh, I'm gonna heal up really quick. And then we'll go back to oop, ping right there. Yeah, sometimes you can find some fun players that won't shoot at you. I did have an experience. Oh, this might have been close to a year ago, where doing the fishing strat, I think most of my loadout was fish and a fishing pole. And I ran into another player that was honestly doing the same thing. And we, even though it was a solo match or like solo squads, whatever, we ended up helping each other and kind of had fun with that. Let's see. Oop. We'll get out of here. Reach the load really quick. We're gonna make sure we get out of the storm. Oh, okay, good. Sometimes if you get underwater and you stay underwater for too long. Oop, that's around that one. Yeah, if you stay underwater for too long, sometimes it'll kick you out of your vehicle, which isn't fun. Ooh, there's a gas station. Let's see if I can get to it real quick. Good storm. Let's see. Okay, we got to top 10, which is what our goal was. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, should have risked it. Ooh. Not gonna deal with that guy. We got 2 of the monster ones. Oh, okay. I didn't want to go up here, but hey, we'll try doing that maybe a few more times, just hiding out. Okay, so looks like 2 of the monsters are fighting up that way. Let's see if we can. I need to avoid that storm. Oh. We're actually gonna hit this guy off. That. Hey, the one thing the shield bubble can't protect, the car. Because it worked out pretty good. Oop, I'm gonna miss that. Okay, there's 3 of them. All these people are trying to use the it's getting a little crazy. Oh, I am gonna die in the storm. They think that I left the vehicle. I'm just gonna pretend like that. Yeah, everybody's using those pom-poms. Which I may have to switch to that to survive. This is kind of nuts. No. Oh, no. A little too far, but that is okay. Got sixth place. But I haven't seen that many of those storm creature cheerleader things in a match before, so that was kind of fun. Hey, got the platinum 2. Yes. Um, Storm Beast Royale. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Use the pom poms once your car runs out of fuel and just kind of stay protected inside that car. So that was fun. Let's get ready. Work. Yeah, I work in the morning about 9:30 to 6, and generally try to stream um later, like sometime after 8 o'clock. Right now it's 10:37. Next time off is, at least for this week, it's the weekend, but yeah. Good to know. I will definitely check that out. Um, I kind of have to play it around with, um, like with weekends, we do our general shopping and everything, and then got two kids, and one of them is an infant and takes naps, and so if around noon they're napping, definitely try a stream. But again, appreciate the feedback. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely try to stream around noon on a weekend. Um, but yeah, I gotta get used to. I need, or at least I need to schedule the streams. Lately, it's been kind of a crazy schedule. Um, but I just try to hop on when I can. But I agree, it's cool to see those metrics to kind of see when people are online. Um, that's a good point. So when it gets late at night, I know, I think it was about a week ago when I was initially starting to stream. I streamed at like 1 in the morning, and then someone commented Z, which I thought was pretty funny. But I do agree, it's a little bit harder at night, especially on a weekday when people got work and everything. But I'll definitely check out on a weekend to stream. Actually, we're gonna try. I think it's over here now. Yeah, we'll go over to the resistance base this time. There's usually a slurp truck over there, so I can get those full shields. Good to know. Yeah, I'll definitely have to create some milestones. Um, a 24-hour live one would be pretty crazy. That would be a crazy milestone, but I'll have to try something similar. Um, or like you mentioned, the ice bug challenge, things like that. So I'll have to definitely think of some cool ones. So yeah, I appreciate that. Hopefully nobody's at this location. Okay, they're attacking the spire, so I should be good. What's nice? Oh, messages got blocked. I'll have to see settings. Let me. Okay, yeah, send it to me on YouTube. What's nice with, I think I'm using Streamlabs. It does allow me to see the chat for all the 3 platforms I'm streaming from. So yeah, feel free to send it to me on YouTube. I'm not sure why it's not working on Twitch. I only got 2 shotguns, so let me. I need to hide in this bush. Hope this guy doesn't see me. Especially since they may have hired it. Ooh. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll have to definitely check out. I need to get better with my aiming. I'll have to adjust some of those sensitivity settings and see if that does help. So I do appreciate that. I do have to set up. I did set up my mouse to lock in the zoom. Yes, close range fighting is not my forte. Oop, that car is right there. Just gonna make a run for it. I gotta also remember to hold on to some shotguns and things so that for those close range battles I would have something. Ooh, I have enough gold. No, it's not really stealthy, but I'm gonna hire them. And we will continue. Well, I do like, they do have this Deadeye DMR. It is probably the closest thing you'll get to a shotgun right now, at least. I'm going to. Oh, okay. Oh, that didn't work out. We are going to go over here. We're gonna pick up one of these ourselves. And we're gonna pick up some medkit. No, we're gonna take those boom gloves. Now that I have the NPC, I gotta make sure I don't stay in storm this time. That way they don't die in storm. So ideally, if we can find a car, we'll have that sweet spot. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's that same car we saw earlier. So we'll have to see. Unfortunately, there's no car there. Oh, actually, I spoke too soon. There is a car. go. Hide. Or at least find a good sniping position. Ooh, there's another monster right there. Freaking steal his kill. Nope. Someone come up with a zip line. That was, I don't know, but what's nice is if you do have these, the tracking visor, it does give you a footstep warning, which is pretty nice. Kind of bummed we didn't get the kill with that person that was running. Oop. Let's see if we can find this person. They may have taken that truck. Just. Ooh, take that. Let's find the next gas station, which is right here. So let us fly. Let's hope nobody's here. Oop. Okay, here's someone drifting. Not the best choice, but and there's no other gas station, so wonderful. Welcome back. We just try to fill up on gas, but this other player is shooting from it, so we're gonna go back real quick. Heal up our car and get out of storm. Blue gloves. Oh, we're going outside storm, so we gotta go this way. Let us, and we'll that hill again, quite up that way. Looks like some people were fighting up here. Ooh, there's a gold one. Shoot. I'm gonna keep the shotgun. Get out of here. Try to get to that B rank rate thing. See if we can get us any good loot before anybody else shows up. Hey, we got a little medallion. Same one. Okay. Come on, my NPC compatriot. Oh. Oh, come on. Never. Okay. Ooh. There's actually some people fighting up there, so let's see if we can. I don't know what that ability thing is that they have. That's their glider. The car. Let's see. Okay, well. Comes back for his car. Make sure its tires are a little bit flat. That guy's just hanging up over there. Let's see. Okay, nobody was in the vicinity. Oop. Guy's gotta come back up eventually. He doesn't want to stay in storm. Let's see. Okay, there's that guy again. You can hide not on that pillar. Right there. Got close. Oop. Someone's parachuting. Got close. can't tell if that's an object or a person. That's an object. Okay, someone took their car through. Okay, we got 40 seconds before storm closes in. May just need to start driving. Hopefully we can get to the higher ground sooner than the rest of the players, but we'll definitely see. Oh, see, there's someone sliding down. Just what we want to avoid. Make it across that bridge before the storm. Ooh, actually, no. Ooh, come on. Oh, see, there's someone right here. Let's see if we can. Ooh. They're shooting this one. He went down. What's that do? Let's see. Oh, there's that guy right there. What's that Street Fighter skin? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what that ability is that they have, or the tool. That's something new within the last week or so. Oh, they're gonna knock me. Okay. Oop, 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 oop. Go that way, sir. Shoot, I missed that. Dang. Oh, we got him down to 14, which was good. Glad to be seen alive too. Dang, yeah. Good game. But hey, got it at 7th. Let's see. Cool beans. Let me really quick go back to the lobby. I'm going to change the car really quick. Let's see what other skins we got too that we'll switch to. Sweet, we'll claim those. Let me switch to. So we're gonna go back to our Baymax with it being a hero season. Let's go back to cars. Let's see if we have another one that. Let's see. Let's be. At the school bus for right now. Okay, let us do some more ranked. Let's see if we can at least get to, I think it would be Platinum 3 at this point. Actually, no, let's see if we can get to, for sure, Platinum 3 by tonight, or at least Diamond 1. But we're going to try our normal fishing strategy. And as a test, since I can have the keyboard mouse and the controller connected all at the same time, I will try my controller. So I have this little controller, got off it on Amazon. I think it's called 8. Let's see. 8-bit Dio. It connects with a USB to my PC. Well, it's kind of Bluetooth wireless, but it has a USB dongle that connects with the charging deck. But this is my kind of go-to gaming remote when doing racing. But we will try it out partway through the match. But yeah, let's see what we can do this round. We'll make it a goal to at least get to top 5, but we'll see. And honestly, it does get a little bit harder the more ranked up it is. With this emote, this is one of my favorite emotes. It reminds me of a YouTube video of some people dancing to some techno music under a bridge. And so as soon as I saw that one, it's like, oh, I gotta get that one. But let's see, there's 2 spires over there, so we're gonna go. We'll try for a different area. Hopefully nobody's going. So we're gonna set up the auto run. I'll just use my mouse to kind of look around. It would be nice if there was like a feature. I know when you're in a car or a plane, or in the previous season, like the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, you could hold down a button to kind of look around but still keep going in your general direction. I kind of wish they had that for when you're on your glider, because when I move, it'll of course change the direction. And I think there's also a reward or kind of a quest you can get if you stay hovering by the time of the first storm. It'll give you some XP. I believe that's one of the accolades as well. We're gonna actually shoot for a little bit lower, this little island thing, and hope that nobody's looted it. But we're gonna just stay right here. I was looking at the top left of my screen for that map just to kind of see where it indicates. Let me, wrong button. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll see if we can. We might not be able to last till the first one, but oh, the accolade. So I don't know which one it is. First in match, no. No. Maybe it's not accolade. But when you land, you might be able to get away with it. We'll see. And I can't tell. I'm pretty sure these have already been looted. So we're gonna hover down. Just go this way. Yeah, so you get better late than never, landed after the first storm forms. But it gives you a decent amount of XP, which is kind of funny. But we'll pick up these leftovers. I'm gonna definitely switch that out. Okay, so they're over there. See that person on the blind. I don't have any long range, so we are gonna go. The hard part is there's some fishing poles down there, so I might swim that way. I've noticed when you swim, I feel like this gives the most noise if you swim forward, per se. I usually swim to the side. I don't know if it makes much of a difference if you have kind of like that notification window in the center of the screen where it shows if there's footsteps and things, but I like to think that they can't hear me that much. Or there's also the backward swimming. Looks like you don't show as much the movement in the water. But I don't want to get too close because I don't know where he is. Oh, actually, he's right there. Right here. Yeah, so we got a little bit of distance, so as long as this player doesn't like storm, we have a higher chance of surviving, but we'll see. And it looks like he left all the fishing poles, so I'm gonna crouch and walk. I'm just gonna stay right here. If you do the fishing strat, just aim as close as you can to you in the water. You can kind of reel in things the fastest. That's what I've noticed, at least. But you do have to pay attention, make sure you can grab everything. And you can pick up fish while fishing, but you have to make sure your loadout's clear. We'll fish to maybe about 20 XP or health, and then we will heal up with the small fish, small fry. Sweet, we got 2 of those. I'm gonna use these really quick. Oop. Do this. We're gonna empty out that. We're gonna. Okay, so the shieldfish gives you 40. I'll have to do the math for the small fry. And I believe the big fish gives you closer to 40 or 50, which is pretty good when you're on the run. Okay, that's not what I want, but we'll take it. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up this, and I'm gonna drop that one. Let's see if that guy left anything health-wise. I'm gonna try to get to 10. Okay, we're gonna use this. Let's see if he left. Yeah. Okay. If you ever do see a spot that has like a floor that can break and you see those slurp barrels, I would always just hit the floor, and I mean the next thing you know you'll have the XP that you need. I'm gonna do that right now. You'll get that health. Oh, that is a blue one. Okay, we got a car over there that we can get, so I'm just gonna actually go. What's nice about staying in Storm is usually you won't find other players. There are those rare instances where other players do the same strat, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna try to push a little bit more. And also, if you're on the run, you can also fish while swimming. That can at least give you some fish if you're needing to kind of be sneaky that way. I did have some instances where I would do that while kind of hiding from other players. Gotta make sure we got a little distance. So let me get a few more of these these floppers, and then we will head out of the storm. So you gonna check the accolades. Health. Okay, we were about halfway. Get rid of that. I should probably save the shotgun, but I'm gonna stay a little bit more long range for this first part. Go back. And I'll heal with those small fry to get far enough down. I'm gonna have to start moving. At least the car is close by. Okay, we're gonna switch these around. We're gonna get up to about 70, and we're gonna start driving out of here. If we do see medkits and things along the way, we'll definitely be picking these up. Oh, look at that. We got a C rank. Sadly, it did not give me any special power thing. That is okay. There's a medkit right here. Someone already used the fire. But that is also okay. We're gonna at least get up to 70. We'll take our small fry back. I would say to loot, but I need to go about those 600 meters to get out of storm, so a few more. Use a few more of these. I'll try to hit that gas station as well. Up our car. Oh, actually they blew up the gas station, so never mind. And we need to avoid where I'm headed. They're shooting right there. Oh, actually, yep, they're right there. So we're gonna we'll just float right here for a second. Try to go for that mountain range. We'll start leaving at the 30-second mark. So, actually, we'll just do it now. I don't want to run into the other player. Oh, go this way. While we're at it, let's see if there's any ammo. Ooh. that. Oh, he's right there. Let's see which way he's running up. Drive. I'm gonna try to follow the storm as it's closing in. But since that guy's gonna try to probably avoid storm since he's on foot. Nope. There. Actually, that's some ammo. Okay. Excuse me. Let us put a car. He's going that way, so go this way. Where this heals. Hazard. Okay, well. Don't want that. No. And there's no other gas station. So we will that way. Let's coast down the hill. Let's hope we can at least get part way up the mountain before we run out of gas, but ooh, just a jump. And I'm right by someone with medallion, so we'll see what happens. Ooh, no. There's people shooting up there. Basically out of gas, so we'll see. I just know he's probably shooting up at the peak. I don't know. Oh, there's that other player. Oop. Nope. That guy is right on me. Let's go. Goodbye, sir. Have fun with my out of gas car. I wonder how that guy felt to find out my car was out of gas. And I don't know where that parachuter is. Cancel that out. I think they're all okay. There's the Miko person that was attacking us earlier. Ooh, nope. I take that back. Ooh. I don't know why I look over my shoulder to see who was shooting me, but I don't know where they are. Okay, so there's someone with medallion that dropped in and it's sliding. I don't know where. Okay, top 10. We'll make it again our goal to get to top 5, but I don't know any good hiding spots, especially when 2 medallion people are heading this way. There's one. Oh, where? Oh, okay. Attacked from both sides. Okay. Oh, a bummer. At least secondary goal was top 10. First goal was top 5, but that is a-okay. At least I didn't have too much stuff to give them any advantage, but small wins, small wins. Yeah, let's play again. We'll at least get to, I think it's time, what are we at now? I don't know where we came. Let me see if I cancel. We are, don't tell me. Actually, wait. Yes. Cancel. Entry cap. Entry cap. Okay, we're platinum 2, so we'll get to platinum 3. Okay, so platinum 3 will be the first goal of the night. And then depending on time, we'll hop on to Diamond 1. In that round, I did not do the controller. I think I just got a little too focused with the match that I just used the mouse and keyboard. But yeah, I don't know what that little glider thing is. I'll have to figure out. Does it show it? Okay, so the blue pixelated thing. Have that. Alrighty. Okay, not landing there. So we will go back to our. Yeah. Outpost and Enclave also has some good stuff, and with those 2 turtles right there, you can get some good loot. But we'll try going over here. We're not gonna, of course, land where everybody else is landing on this first part, but we're gonna fly all the way back to the other side of the map. Yeah, because a lot of people just land there. We're gonna do the same thing. We'll see if we can go all 2,000 meters and get that quest thing of landing or flying in the air before the first storm happens, which is, I think, in that 30-second window. But this kind of gives you a bird's eye view. I will have to equip that other glider the next round so I can kind of show you what I was talking about towards the beginning of the stream, where with that Santa glider that's like 3 tiers, you can, what do you call it? You can kind of see more of your surroundings, but it is a little loud with its little Christmas music that it plays, but it is something pretty fun. So okay, and so this round, let me turn this back on, but we're gonna just strictly use the controller. We'll see how good we can do this round, but so this will be a little interesting. I have the buttons mapped out similar to an Xbox remote, as that's what I've kind of gotten used, or what I was used to. Oop, I did that too soon. Growing up, we used to have an old, I think it was an Xbox 360 or the generation before that. So I've gotten used to those controllers, and prior to getting this wireless remote, I did have a wired Xbox remote. But yeah, I can't tell. Someone's been here or not. So if there's, we are leaving. We're just gonna swim away. Unfortunately, someone was there. So okay, looks like he's leaving. I can see him shooting someone. Might have been the spire, so we're gonna see if we can sneak back, collect some of the leftover weapons, and go from there. See if I can do it. Yeah, I do have the wall jump mechanic, but not necessarily the wall running one, which nope, not even gonna try. Hopefully we can find the DMR, and I will try my hand with sniping per se. Get that one. Let's see, we're gonna that. We're just gonna hang out here and storm for a little bit. sure I don't fall off the cliff. Okay, so it looks like there was a good battle. There's some purple things that way. There's some purple things this way too. Purple pistols. Oh, X. Oh, haven't seen this one in a long time. Okay, so it looks like someone else was doing the fishing. I'm gonna that. It's, it was probably kind of a waste to use the full med kit instead of the floppers, but you can heal a lot quicker with the floppers than you can with the med kit, so that's why we went that route. I do like those mist gauntlets, but med kit scared me. We just need that DMR and we'll be set. Red kids. Slurp truck right there. Oh, I take that back. We're gonna run. There's footsteps. I don't know where those footsteps went. But they got a car. As long as they don't take our slurp truck, we'll be okay. Or sneak around me. Okay, now we wait. See if we can get a couple shots off. I do agree. You can aim, like, for example, this is my mouse. It's a little bit harder to aim because it's a little bit more jittery. But with controller, I can do a little more fine-tune aiming. So I do agree with that. Oh, there's the guy. We're still trying to figure out. Oop. Oh, dang it. That was pointless. Oh. Take that back. Okay, so I gotta hide now. Let's see here. I'm gonna take that. Pretty cool. So if you find those little blue cube thingy, I switch out, I'll put it back out. Sweet. Let's see if we can go uphill. So you can go flat, and I think what people were doing is they're jumping off and kind of gliding down. Oop. But at this point, I just need some shield potions. When do I get there? Before anybody else. Hey. Nice. That one and that one. A little bit bummed that tree was there. I'm gonna switch that a little bit faster. Why? Just gonna free up if we do need to shoot. That guy that way. Let's see. Place markers A right here. I'll just go up across. Hide out. Just there. Okay, it looks like there's a guy with another car. Let's see what he decides to do. Oh, and he's a medallion user, so I might go get that car actually. Jump. Okay, look, there's two people gonna be fighting each other in just a second. Yeah. Those are both medallions. Kind of bummed I don't have that DMR. Yeah, I'll have to figure out the sensitivity because for aiming, you have to kind of like click it almost. Just because I can't get that fast paced. I need to move, so. Get that car. It's pretty good. Yeah. That's good stings to it, so we're gonna avoid that car. Actually, we're just gonna do a quick little that. And then avoid those medallion users, so we're gonna just try to drive to the other side of the map. Hopefully find a little DMR right there. Nope, not the shotgun. Alright, I'm good. No, do not. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, come on. Not what I wanted. So I may have to use my keyboard to open up my inventory because I don't quite. That guy's just following me. Oh, nope, not good. I just want a DMR. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get one. No, no, that's a-okay. That's a new car. I might grab that one. Or gas. There's some people right there. Oh, I missed. Dang, kind of wish I hit him, but unfortunately we did not. There's that guy in that car. Two more buses. Oh wait, is that a DMR? Nope. This car was up earlier. There's wheat. Lots of medkits though. Oh shoot. Well, because we got our backup. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Ooh. Okay, well. Okay, well. I will say, it is a little bit harder for me on the controller. I'm gonna go back to the mouse and keyboard. But that was good. That was fun. Fun little try. Fortunately didn't get top 10, but we did pretty good. We're gonna do, let's see. We're actually gonna go to the lobby really quick. We're gonna switch to our Jeep. Because there's a cool little trick. Unless they patched it, but on the walls to the gas station, you can almost drive over them to where you don't have to break them. I'm excited to play around with that in Lego. But because it has the bigger tires, let me save. Bus. I guess a little side note, I'm a little bummed that they don't have the color yellow for this, because it'd be fun to have. Ooh, oh, I can get rid of that. I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's good to know. You can. In my mind, I was thinking I could do the Magic School Bus, and it would be cool if it could have the little theme song. But yeah, but we're gonna load our Jeep, but with the bigger tires, you can kind of climb over things, which is kind of fun. gonna do one more round. We're calling it a night, but for those watching, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the follows, appreciate the comments and everything, and the conversation. It's been making a lot of fun, and I appreciate all the feedback as well. I for the next stream, for at least YouTube, I will make it the more vertical layout. I'll try to get TikTok enabled for that as well, if anybody's interested in that. But yeah, let's go in, have fun. I'll also fix the camera settings so it's a little bit more zoomed out. But yeah. I've got Bob's Burger. And for emotes, if you don't hear sound, I found out because of copyrighted music, when you use YouTube, there is a streaming setting within Fortnite. So just as an example, if I come here to my settings and then sound, they do have licensed audio, and you can mute that. So you can still do the emotes, but you can't do the sound, which was kind of interesting to me. But yeah, make sure you always thank the bus driver. Get some good XP with that. Can't go there. Risky for that. I don't think I've ever been here, so we're gonna go that way. Oh. Okay, for tomorrow's match, I'll have to switch to the Santa glider thing, but we're gonna just make. Oop, there's someone else right there. But yeah, let's see if we can find some good fishing spots over here. But by the looks of it, lots of, or at least some people are going this way. Okay, they're going more Shogun's Solitude, so we're gonna. I gotta figure out this Academy Tech Lab stuff. Haven't quite figured that out. We're actually gonna try to go there before we go to our fishing spot. And hope nobody's there. But if there is, somewhere west. Sweet. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could buy things here. Ooh, I'm buying that. Yeah, we got the gold. Might as well use it. That's cool that there are more advanced things. Oop, oop. Sound like there's another player, so had to hurry and get out of there. Get jump pad. There's a player right. No, that's just a red pole. Yeah, I have never been to this part of the map. Gotta see if there's any fishing poles. So we're gonna go right here. Best. So I can get to rank S, I can get the storm forecast with this, what do you call this? Not medallion, but that's great. Righty. Ooh, that's a purple one. Ooh. What else was that? Okay, we need to find a fishing pole. By the look of it, there's not. So if you go on those ice, it does kind of give you something like that ice grenade thing that they have. Makes you kind of like the blocks of ice that go on your feet. Seems like this ice thing over here does that effect. Which I guess is good and bad depending on how you use it, or if you get stuck. Hello. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Doing good, how are you? We might come back to that one. It's been a good night. Fun with the ranked Fortnite. How's your night been? Good to hear, good to hear. We're gonna, in our earlier part of the stream, we were trying to do a fishing mode, or what we call it, like the fishing strategy of just staying in storm, fishing. But on this frozen part, I haven't been able to find a fishing pole, so yes. And we're have the car we're gonna use. Ooh, that'll be smart, but we will. We got our Jeep. So I may just hang out over here. Okay, so it does look like your car can get a little bit slippery with ice, so that is good to know. Oop. And that's our cue to get out of here. Honestly, we are gonna go into storm because most likely they won't follow. And we got 3 med kits. If we had the fishing route, we would try to get at least 4 floppers. That way we can survive in storm for longer, but or at least for quicker heals. But we will keep on going. Ping a landmark. Actually, let me ping a gas station. What's their end stop? So we're not gonna do that. No, just to save our heals for a little bit. Use this campfire while we figure out. We already rated that. Let's go back to the mountain. So we're gonna go back. Hopefully not run into that same player. I do know there's a fishing pole. Oh, maybe it's not this one. We're gonna heal up really quick. And then we're out of storm. Let's continue on our little journey. That didn't. That is good to know. So we can make it over this canyon. Oop. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna risk it. We are going to get these chests in here. Let's see. Ooh, sweet. Ooh, I am gonna switch that out. If you don't know, these pom-poms are pretty great. Ooh, I thought that was a person. If you utilize them, oh, damn, I go the wrong way. Oop. I am low on fuel. That's a bummer. Let's see if we can find. Ooh, one up right there. But yeah, if you use the pom poms, you turn into a little or a big monster character. Oh, there's one right there. But you can use those pom-poms to turn a monster. A couple rounds ago, we were driving in a car and we were surrounded by like a bunch of other players with those pom-poms. There was like 6 of them. It's kind of fun to play around with, but let me see if we can go here. Again, our first goal is at least top 10. And then if we can get to top 5, and of course, Victory Crown, we will definitely pursue that. But they're going that way too. Sad day. But I will try to get somewhat close. Hmm. Should out that way. Be right here for the car. So if I run out of fuel, that's a backup. That works. Ooh. No, we're good. Yeah, no. Ooh, yep. We're out of here. With that same player, so we're gonna do this. We're just gonna never end chase this guy. It's nice. It looks like he ran out of gas, so we'll see. See if we can get him. Oh, whatever. I had it selected on, but hey, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna do one more. We gotta get to Platinum 3 tonight. Yeah. Ooh, let's check something really quick. Oh, Goku-san, I didn't see one of your previous chats, but I'm actually from Utah, if you're still online. But um, yeah, it's midnight right now, so if you're still on, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the follows, the like, or follows, the views. I'm new to this streaming um, endeavor, but just here to kind of enjoy, play a game that I've enjoyed for the last year or so. Haven't honestly been playing this game for very long, but yeah. Let's get another round going. Hopefully we can get to Platinum 3 tonight, and then we'll call it a night. Make that bus driver for the safe trip. Actually, we're gonna go to our normal fishing spot, and hopefully we can get to that slurp truck. What else does? But we're gonna do forward key and then M to kind of auto run or auto glide in this case, and we're gonna make our way over there. And let's see if we can also get it to where we can get that quest thing another round. Got in. Let's just enjoy the ride. Oh. Yep, so the slurp thing is right there. It's kind of hidden between those two trees, but there is a little. Let's ping it. Yeah, there's a little slurp truck thing. Oh, there's nobody else takes it. Golden. And usually what I do is I come over here, loot that house, and then come over there, but I don't see any movement. So I'm gonna hope it's first. Yep, better late than never. So that should be one of the accolades, and I'll pull that up here in a moment. But we are gonna try to do the fishing strategy this round. Get health. So I would hire this person, but since we're gonna try to spend most of the round in storm, I'm just not gonna hire them. Ooh, I do want this. I will like that. This med kit. If you can find these purple base boost tool thing or weapon. It's honestly the best one because you get 3 shots versus the blue one only gets 2 shots. And then there's some fishing poles over here that we're gonna try to get to. And then hopefully, actually, we're gonna do this just to kind of get a little bit extra cover. I'm gonna hide that. Go get that fishing pole. And right here, we're gonna collect some things. You already got a fishing pole. You get XP for, similar to when opening a chest, you get XP when you open up the different containers. You can get XP from them. So, and then we're gonna just kind of hide right here. Fish as close as possible. Bada boom, bada boom. We got this, and we'll see if we're the first one to fish. Hey, we are. So if you are able to fish first in the match, you do get that bonus XP, which is kind of nice. And there's 3 main fish you can get. You have the shield fish, the small fry, and the flopper. Ideally, if you're doing, in my opinion, like a fish build, try to get as many of the floppers as you can. You can hold up to 4 per loadout square. And I believe with the small fry, you can hold up to 6. I usually don't carry around the shield fish, but if you don't have like a slurp truck or the shields, you can collect those, and it's about 3 to fill up your full shield bar, as each fish does about 40 shield. And if you ever are on the run, let's say from another player or from the storm, I would say the fish is the best route for healing and of course shield, because you can eat them quicker than you can do with the bandages, and kind of that route. So I'm just going to spend as much time as I can fishing, and when I need heals, I'm going to use the bandages first and then save the fish for later. I'm just going to hold on to that now. What's that? Okay. So we'll get to about 25, and we'll use at least 2 bandage to give us the 25-ish per bandage. I do like how we have at least the 3 or 4 floppers now. And one thing you can do, you can collect fish at the same time while fishing, but you do have to make sure your inventory is cleared and space available. If not, you'll replace your fishing pole with the fish. If you're ever curious about how much damage you're taking in Storm, there's 2 things to kind of check for. First, if you come in here to map, you can see how much damage per second is being done on the side, and then there's an accolade if you hit the medical kit, and then there's this one for the umbrella, and it'll tell you how much storm damage you have this match. It's nice to track, because once you hit 500 damage in storm, you start getting storm sickness, meaning you'll start getting more damage than the DPS indicated in the map section. So if you're doing kind of this fishing strategy, ideally fish, maybe let's say we go over here and fish. That way we don't die in storm, that type of thing. I'm gonna collect these, kind of set them up into little groupings. We're gonna kind of them up, and then we'll unpair repair them. Pick up any other fish. Yeah, so the small fish looks like they gave me about 25 health, which is still honestly pretty good, but you can only heal up to 75, similar to the small bandages. So ideally, I'm going to try to get another 2 more floppers. We'll be on our way to the rest of the map. Okay. Okay, we're gonna replace shield with fish. Hmm. Switch this out. Just to play it on the safer side, we're gonna stick with just this. Because right now there is no car in our area. We'll loot this box really quick. So that gold. As you can see, like in the match, we're now in 28th place. Generally, oh, I forgot there was that thing there. I'm not gonna fight that. Inspired. I didn't realize that one was right there. So. Just gonna get extra little boost of health. Continue on our way. And once we run out of the small fry, we'll pick up another gun or maybe another med kit or something. There's a car. Let's hope nobody's over here. See, there's another slurp truck right there. So if I wanted to hang out and storm for a minute, I could. Ooh, there's DMR. We do want that. So I'm gonna get rid of my small fry. Yeah, we're gonna. So what's nice is with the Jeep, you can. Sometimes you can crawl over it. Yeah. So instead of having to break through it, you can somewhat drive over it. We're actually going to use this thing really quick. Throw that down. What's nice is I can stay inside the Jeep and get healed. And I'm just going to stay here for a few seconds, and we're going to get ourselves out of the storm. I would go for that thing, but I don't know if there's someone in there, and I don't want to risk it. Custom car right there. We're just gonna make our way, hopefully, to some higher ground. I don't think we're gonna make it, but we'll try. Hey, we did it. I thought I saw a medallion user that way. Oop, there's a car. Oop. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, D-Smoke 420. Again, thank you for the follow. Thanks for joining our late night stream. Let's see. Hope your night's going wonderful so far. Just hoping they don't push this hill, but we shall see. We'll hide our car for a minute. Oh, there's that custom car. Oop, actually, there's a person right there. Kind of bummed I missed the headshot, but oh, that didn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. Sad day. Oh, got the assist. So take that. We broke him. Too bad we can't. Hey. Good little interaction. Hopefully that'll put us into the Diamond 3. Ooh, I gotta get the pom-poms. Take that, get that. Go back up our little sniping spot. There's a medallion user, which I think is the one in the purple car, but I take that back. Let's see if we can get that person. Okay, they gotta get out of storm, so really hope. Oh, yep. Nope. Not hanging around for that. I think that was a medallion user, so we are going to avoid them, even though they're maybe chasing us. Okay, we gotta find some new high ground. So we can get on top of this. Nope. There's a spot on this side. Trying to get sniped by that other. No footsteps. Okay, good. No footsteps. Nope. That was a little too risky. Okay. Okay, I don't see anybody on there. Oh, too bad. Come into that car. As long as they don't go this way, we should be good. But there is that other medallion user, so don't really want to go there. But we're going to have to. We'll save gas. We'll just. Ooh, actually, let's see if we can snipe this guy. Oh, I think he got sniped. Ooh. No time for who's. We're gonna. Oh, did this? Okay, good. Oh. This is why we got fish. Oh, nope. That did not work out the way I was hoping. Oh, no. They still see me. Wonderful. Get these pom-poms ready. Nope. It's a medallion user that was shooting at us. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna get that and that, and now I gotta run. Should have grabbed that potion thing, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. We're now going to the den of 2 medallion users and a bottle of gas, which is even better. Oh, we gotta run up this hill. Nope. Okay, right here is good. Oh, oh, no. Okay, I don't think I'm still in the. Oh, hey, got to our top 5 that we were looking for. But now. Shoot. That's one thing I'm gonna get stuck on is in the storm. Okay, well, worth a shot, but got top 4, which not gonna complain. But good round. Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's. Hey, platinum 3, what we wanted. Um, yeah, that's gonna be the end of this stream. Thanks again for the follows, tuning in, and for all the comments and feedback. Really appreciate it. Hopefully the next stream will be a little bit better. I'm gonna get some things fixed, and also look forward to some of these more vertical streams that will be showcasing on for sure YouTube and maybe on TikTok. But yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you later. Thank you. Bye bye.